We got Jason Hayes, Jackson Smart, Fred Gibson. This is a pet peeve of mine. Before the game even starts, before the game even starts, this falls back on us. We had his 5, 6, 7, 8 minute warm up, and we don't have our scorekeepers and our team in position to start when the game starts. We know that we got volunteers. We know that we got mom and dads doing it. Get them over there, find out who's going to do it, get them over there, and get them ready to roll before the game even starts. All right, opening toss. Fred's by you2. Let's. Did we miss a foul on the opening toss? Did the jumper from white push the jumper from red on the opening toss? The first thing that jumps out, the second thing that jumps out after not having the scorekeeper is the illegal uniforms. Do we know that we have illegal uniforms? That is a controllable that we could take care of. If it's tournament rules, that it's fine. But I want to know that we know that those uniforms are illegal. Good job, Jackson, going straight to the 3-foot tick. In transition, ball came up the center of the court. Great job. Great job working low on that play, Jason. Way to get underneath that play. All right, Jackson, decent positioning. You can see what I want you to see. We're getting here, we're refereeing opposite lane line, free throw shooter on the release. Now we're going to drop back. There we go, Cadillac position. We're no need to chop. The ball went in, so it's not your chop on that play. It's only on a rebound that we need to chop that situation. Fred, great pickup on the clock. Something to think about. The ball is in the backcourt. If you have a whistle, that is an inadvertent whistle, so therefore the 10-second count is going to restart. We can put the ball, if you wait just a half second, you can put the ball into the front court and not have a reset of the backcourt. It's not a situation here because there was no full court press, but just something to think about. Okay, the question we got to ask ourselves on those plays, they are, what did the defender do wrong on the play? He gets the 2 feet facing, offensive player is out of control, not enough contact for an offensive foul, and the guy flips the ball up and makes the play look ugly. So is that a foul? Why did we wipe it and put it on the floor at the spot, and then what made us change our mind by the time we got to the table and shoot 2 fouls? Good positioning, Jason. Good positioning, Jackson. That play was well covered coming up. Good job, Fred, being able to referee. Jason, slow down. It's just an out of bounds. Whoop, white ball. No reason to get into a hurry on that play. There was nothing about that play that surprised you. You were in great position. You knew what you had. Just slow everything down. Whoop, white. Jackson, you're young. I want you to be taught right. I want you to get to the 28-foot line every single time at trail. I don't care what you see on TV. I don't care what the guys you work with are. I want you at the 28-foot line every time to start. Good no call. I still want you a hair lower on that play, Jason. Fred, we don't need to mark from lead just because we have the ability to mark from lead. If we are marking from lead, that means we are helping on that situation. He didn't need any help, so there was no reason to mark. Great no call right here. That was bad offense and good defense. All right, Jackson. Anytime we can have open hands, closed hands look stronger. All right, Jackson, what I just told you, so when you go back and watch it, anytime you have open hands, if you close your hands, that's going to look stronger. So take your hip mechanic and straighten it out, close fist, both hands, use the hip mechanic. You're stepping away from you're stepping like you're going in transition on that play. Anytime we have a shot, we need to step, close down, and be ready to referee in case that we have a foul in that situation. Double whistle, primary defender. Good job, Jason. Jackson, I'm okay with a whistle there. We need, as we get more experience, that's going to be a single whistle play. With your experience level, I'm 100% okay with a double whistle in that situation. Jason, good job not letting him take a double whistle from you. Primary defender, your area, your play. You take it all the way to the table. much better, Jason. That was much slower, much more confident. Don't turn your head. Boom, white ball, referee it. We're going that way. Then turn as we're ready to go. Good job. Come up, free throw line extended is where we're gonna pause, and then we're gonna go. Great job closing down, great job backing out. I'm not a huge fan of your and one mechanic. I like the play, but let's talk about the mechanic on there. All right, Chris, welcome to the basketball game. All right, Jackson, if we're going to referee that play, we could close that play down a hair. We could referee in front of that play. You were so far away from the play, I'm not sure that even if something happened, that you would have came and got it in that situation. I like it. Step onto the court. I like it. If stepping into the court shows that you're engaged. If something happens, the odds of you hitting it are good. Chris, let's watch all the double pointing. We don't need here. All they do is stop the clock, white basketball. When you hit your whistle, you're telling him he stepped out of bounds. Pointing to the whistle is not needed in that situation. I'm not sure that's a hit, Fred. I think it's a foul, but I think it's more of a foul because the guy turns his body on him instead of maintaining legal guarding position. Call what happens, not what you think is going to be the easy sell in that situation. Okay, remember, we got volunteer scorekeepers and everything else. This is a time to show that we are running the basketball game. They're not keeping up with time. As soon as the whistle was hit, But the young man jumps up and he starts dribbling the basketball. Be in control of the basketball game. Hit the whistle. Tell them, let's go. We are running this. Don't let the game run you. You run the game. All right, Fred, good catch on the earrings. Back to my original point about uniforms. How do we determine that earrings are illegal, but uniforms are not illegal? Good positioning, really good crew. Anytime I have to wipe off a shot, I'm questioning myself, could I held a little bit longer? Could I gave him 2 shots in this situation? The point of basketball is the score. So if I'm wiping off points, then I have to answer, did what the defender do really affect what the offensive player was trying to do? Fred, don't put that ball in play until slot's in position. If that pass would have been a bounce pass on this side of the court, Chris was not ready to accept that play yet. Chris, good job going to mirror. Good job helping mark the 3. As soon as Fred marks the 3, good job dropping. I agree 100%. That's a verticality play. Great job. Going back to the verticality play, part of the verticality plays he also has to jump. I'm not 100% sure he jumped there. Play down there, that's a tough situation. There's a foul. Guy beats him on the play. Then there's a blocked shot. If you can't go back to the first foul, you have to make a decision. So that kind of contradicts what I said down here about wiping off points. This is not a perfect situation that we're in. There's going to be imperfections in refereeing. It's part of the game that we are given. So we have to eat it. We have to be ready for pushback on that play, and then that's a situation you can look at the coach and go, hey, you know what? You're right. I missed it, and move on from there. He was really respectful. Thank God the guy blocked the ball, and the same team got the ball out of bounds. That would have made that a mess. All right, you guys are really good. Y'all, you appear to referee at a high level. We got to pick out situations in the game that look like we've got some energy. There are times that make everything look like it's routine. I've done this 1,000 times. And then there's other times that we got to find a situation to go, hey, you know what? I'm still here. I'm still refereeing. Great job with positioning. We're not going to walk that. What I just told Chris there was he did a great job pulling up, going to be the new lead free throw line extended. And then he released just a hair too soon. If he holds, lets the players get past him, and then he runs to the baseline, jogs to the baseline, it makes him look like he has more energy. When he's walking, it makes him look lackadaisical, and then he loses his energy. It makes him look like he doesn't want to be here. He's working hard, he looks good, but then he gives it away by taking 4 steps walking instead of 2 steps jogging. Chris, I love that effort to get to lead. There was no way you were going to make it perfectly in time, but you gave it everything you had to get there. That's a sound foul. I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. But the bigger picture is I want you to stand up straight. You spend a lot of time in the gym. Don't lose your presence by leaning and putting yourself to the side. Don't step away from that. We have a shot. We're going to step down in there, Chris. Don't bail out on me now. Look at you. You can run. You're back. There we go. Bang, bang. Absolutely, it's a block. That's another situation. There's no rush on that play. Everybody knows that's a foul. We post, boom. We don't even have to give a preliminary on that situation. Everybody knows that that's a foul.
like he dribbled. I thought you took his ball about 4 times. Oh, man, I thought he was giving it too light. Yeah,
Chris, let's look at your palming mechanic. All right. A lot of whistles. A lot of whistles. A lot of situation. We probably need to kill that. Put the ball in play. No, don't let the guy come all the way out there. Walk him back. And you're gonna.
I'm about to say, nowadays, not no 17-year-old.
The coaching staff, girls coaching staff in New York, they wanted me to ask you all if they could be unsigned senior team. They want to do it. He wanted me to ask, because there were some kids, get unhappy because of this, that, and the other. That he was looking to pull together 2 of them from Trinity, all of them from Soda. He was ready to pull together. Are they from Soda and Trinity? Yeah. But I think they're on sign. They're on sign. Yeah, they give us all. I think the second time they played it, the Suns gave them more than they wanted. That's the same thing that happened with Trinity. That was like, I think it went in overtime. That first game. But that second game, man, it wasn't in the ballpark.
All right, so we're starting the half with a 21-point game, right? We had a conversation with the coach at halftime. So we all need to be aware of that. We need to understand that they're frustrated, which that's fine. They're frustrated, but what are calls, what are plays that are going to bring pushback to them, and then where's that pushback going to go? It's probably going to escalate a little quicker because we had the halftime conversation. So we need to be strong coming out here in the second half, starting this half. We need to be strong here and have good plays, okay? I think that's a good call. I think he dribbled it out of bounds. I couldn't see it, but I think he got that right. At trail, go ahead and run to the 28. Don't stop running to the 28. Run straight to the 28. Don't stop half court and then walk in or whatever. Just go straight to the 28. It looks more athletic. right, we got to talk about when we mark threes, okay? A shooter goes up, we see him up, we see point of contact, and then when he lands, we mark it, okay? So if you're patient on that, you'll never mark too early when they don't shoot. Does that make sense? So you're not going to mark it until he lands. So just slow down a little bit. 72, that's who I'm talking to, by the way. Decide which hand you're going to mark that with. Those are just decisions you make on your own game. I like it marking with your left hand, that three-pointer, 72. I like the left-hand mechanic. Glad you switched to that. I think that keeps your vision open to the paint and the rebounding play. That's where you're going to have the next contact, and that keeps you open. All right, we got to get in there. Good job. Okay. Trail, good job. Yes, trail. Good job of staying back. When two guys run in there like that, somebody's got to stay back and have the big picture look at it. Is the clock stopped? Anybody coming off the benches, things like that. So good job, guys. Y'all got in there, got them up quick, and trail, stayed back and refereed the rest of it. I'm nitpicking here, but eliminate some of your verbiage. We got one. Just say one shot or something like that. But it just sounds like too much conversation. Just eliminate some of the verbiage. One shot, shooting one, whatever.
Great offensive foul. Slow down. Stop the clock. That's your secondary. Jason, we need an opinion on that play. You got to have a whistle on that play. Jason, that's another one. That's your play. Don't just because he gets his whistle, don't back off that. You take that to the table. Approximately 13-minute mark, slot side drive. I want to know why Jason didn't have a whistle. All right, Chris, don't go underneath the players there. Come out, sprint out, bam, 4, hit. Jason, great job stepping down on the shot. Absolutely, that's a foul. In a game with a monitor, we're going to go look at that. That is contact from behind. I don't think he makes a play on the ball. That is a possible F1. In a monitor game, we will go look at that. Jackson, great job not blowing your whistle. There's no way you could have seen the secondary guy on that play. Great kickball. Great basket interference play. Let's save our block mechanic for when we need it. That's just a 10-1-4 play. I agree 100% that's a foul. That's a landing spot foul. He still has to be able to land. It doesn't matter where he is on the court. Don't complicate that play by putting it. Even if he touches and then there's all that contact, you're splitting hairs. Nobody's going to understand you give him the ball. 17-point ball game. One shot is all we need in that situation. Great job counting players, getting that situation covered. Good job. Great job. All the way up to the point we had the hit mechanic. Mason, that was the most patient. That was a phenomenal job right there. Great job, Fred. Fred, now that is leading from behind. That is saying, I refereed that play. I know that's a foul. It's a secondary play. I want you to take it and gain credibility. That was a phenomenal job of team officiating on that play. Don't bail there, Jason. I'm working lower, just like we talked about. Just get used to it. That's what we always talk about, working lower before going higher. Yeah, we in here now. Fred, make sure that clock keeps running. That helped by White scoring. Stop the clock, Jason. Good habits. Every time, good habits. Great job there, Jason. Way to work low. Love it. Great job with the bench. That's right. I don't know where he came from, but he's not going to show up now and start coaching. We're not going to tag him in. He needs to sit down. Fred, I want to know what you had on that play. I think the accumulation of BS, the easiest way out of that situation is going to have the 3 seconds in the lane, and I think that is what you had. Use 3 seconds in the lane as a tool, not as automatic. great job getting in there. Great job staying with the play until they both get up and they separate on that situation. That's a good point. I touch players as little as possible. If you reach down to grab his hand and he grabs it, or if he hits you, or if you start to help him up and he slides and tears his ACL, in today's society, man, it can get ugly fast. I try not to touch players at all. Fred, you've shown a great job of game awareness in this situation. Your team's down. You've thrown them a couple of bones. I shown some maturity in your officiating. That's a play that's a block shot no matter what happens. Vice versa, that's a play we don't have to be so perfect on. Guys, as a crew, you guys have done a phenomenal job. Y'all worked well together. Fred has shown some really good leadership in some situations. A lot of talent on this crew. I like the energy. We found a couple of 2, 3, 4 plays that we showed that we were still here. We were still refereeing. Had a little bit of charisma about ourselves. I like our hustle. Don't give it away right now. Excellent job. That's a foul. It doesn't matter. Good job. I like the way this crew has handled this game.
It looks clear. It looks clear. Where you get this from? Okay. It reflected like you got your